For a senior, a telephone should be a way to reach out to friends and loved ones, or when emergency strikes, a lifeline. A ringing phone should not strike fear in the heart. Yet that's exactly what happens to many older Hoosiers who've become the victims of fraud.
I don't trust anyone anymore. I just don't trust anyone. If I don't recognize who's calling, I will not answer that phone. It's just made me leery of everyone.
Seniors are definitely targeted. They answer the telephone, they're friendly, and they have money. And that's exactly what a fraudster is looking for.
Michelle Mayer of the Attorney General's office travels the state, educating Indiana seniors and their families about the myriad of scams being perpetrated against our oldest citizens.
The area where we see the most scams would be imposter scams, where someone is contacting a senior citizen and pretending to be a business, a government agency, their credit union, their bank, their credit card company, Publishers Clearinghouse, the IRS. They can manipulate the caller ID, and they're convincing the individual to trust them and then send them money or share personal information.
Mayer says it's impossible to tell how much money Hoosier seniors are losing to fraudsters because the victims are too embarrassed to report what they've done. However, the Federal Trade Commission reports that billions of dollars are lost every year to schemes. Juanita and Mary Jane are just two of those victims. Juanita's husband of over 60 years required a caregiver.
He said, I think I made a mistake with Kathy. And I said, why? Well, he said she was telling me how hard they was having it and everything. And he said, I give her a chance to use my credit card. And that's where it started. From then on, life just got worse.
Juanita lost over $21,000 and her identity was stolen before she could get help and staunch her losses. Mary Jane was finally forced to break the serious news to her children.
And when I told my son how much I had lost, he went out in the kitchen and almost went ballistic. And I said to both of them, I have lost your inheritance for you.
Mary Jane, a competent, educated teacher and business owner, had been scammed, not once, but twice. She ultimately lost $250,000 to fraudsters.
He had an accent, and he was calling me from Washington, D.C. and telling me that I had won $1.5 million. And all I needed to do was go to Western Union and pay some taxes, as I recall. Anyway, I said to him initially, if this is a scam, I am turning you in. And he said, oh no, I'm a Christian. I wouldn't do anything like that. So the word Christian hooked me.
That first scheme cost Mary Jane $20,000. Thinking she was smarter after that, she nonetheless fell prey to yet another fraudster. Someone masquerading as a legitimate law firm in Florida hooked her again with the potential of big winnings.
You establish a relationship with these people. I mean, they knew exactly how to inflect and exactly the words to use. And they would re-hook me every single time.
While she will never see the bulk of her money returned, Mary Jane is nearly finished wiping out the debt she incurred trying to claim her so-called millions.
One of the things that we try to do is protect consumers. So good consumer protection would be going out and reaching individuals before they receive one of these telephone calls so that they know not to send money, not to share personal information, and to just hang up.
I'm not answering those phone calls.
The thing that can be a problem is when parents and children are not on the same page. It's real important to talk to them about telling authorities and let them be empowered with the idea that they can help others.